The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What you listening to, man? What they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, trying to figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't here giving 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. And get night music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roco on today, like, feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
All right, the radio show ATL back with another Bring a Friend night, and we brought friends from all over. So we got the homie Krystian from On the Geaux Podcast hanging out with us. We got Big Debo, my black friend, back with us again.
Am I your friend? Am I your friend?
No.
I'm Deva's friend. I ain't your friend, nigga.
That's great. Go ahead and
I'm like
and
a friend of me, nigga. I'm like a nigga that just know you.
Okay, so we just know each other. So it's Debo, the guy who come on the show damn near every week when we just know each other.
Hey, I just know you, nigga. That's what it is.
And then somebody who's taking their podcast career in their own hands by coming onto this version of the show. We got Tania from Notorious Momz Podcast, who has no idea what she signed up for. What's up, Tania?
I have no clue, but I'm
oh
here.
my gosh,
I'm already here, so we're gonna get to it.
Yes, we're about to get to it here. So we had something that was lined up as far as to talk about that was real messy, that was really gonna get Debo riled up. But we can pivot from there for a second because as Debo would say, my brother's on light skin time right now. He was the one who was gonna bring that up. So let's do something that we've been doing lately, that the show's about music, get into something that's music related topic. We got people from all over mostly that we can mention this. So we've been debating, talking about hip hop over the last couple of weeks here and there about that. And I wanted to talk with y'all and ask you, who do you feel like in your mind had the biggest cultural, I guess, influence or biggest impact on hip hop? Was it the East, the West, the North, the South? Who had the biggest impact? Some of us gonna be biased based on what we was listening to and where we were at and all that stuff, you know. So I'm interested to know, everybody's feelings on that. Debo, you look like you ready to just explode right now. That's how you looking.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, you asked that question, and you got a lady from New York on the show, and how we gonna not say New York, nigga? Like, and I'm from Atlanta. You know, I want to say the South, but it ain't true. New York is literally how all this shit started. So
that's the home of hip hop, man.
I mean. But still, I'm not listening. You're not listening to nobody from fucking the Midwest like that. Like, New York is the mecca for everything.
Yes,
it's the North. I mean, I hate to say that because I'm from Atlanta.
The South has had a lot of influences, though, on a lot of a lot of our big artists. Like, I love T.I. He's from the South.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other artists. I'm drawing a blank right now, but T.I., all these new people, I don't know them though. The little babies and the 3 babies and the 5 babies, I don't know none of them babies.
I think each coast has had, well, I will say Northeast Coast, Southeast Coast, and West Coast, in my opinion, had the biggest influence, but it also mattered during what time period. I think some dominated more than others. And they all had their contributions because, like, I want to say, like, especially, I feel it was collaborative with distinctive sounds, like in the 90s, in my personal opinion, because you could definitely know what's West Coast. And nobody super tried to sound like anybody else. It's only now that everybody's trying to copy like everybody's style. So now you're confused and people want to lie about where they're from. So, I mean, I think in the 90s had like, to me, the biggest collaborative distinction, but everybody was happy just being in their own zone. But um, everybody like enjoyed everybody. Like there's rappers from New York, there's rappers from California, there's rappers from Atlanta. Like everybody enjoyed each other, but everybody had their own like domain too. That's just my opinion. Maybe in the 80s, I feel like maybe it was probably more New York. That's just based. I was a kid, so I don't really know. But yeah, it's my opinion.
Yeah, I pick out what she said. I think it's just different times, for the different regional influence, I'd say. I would say for me, when I think about it, New York, that's the founding place of hip hop. So all influence runs from that. And also, if I had to pick without this being biased, I would say the South. I'm from the boot, Louisiana, but the influence I would really say stems from New York, man. I can't put it no other way. It comes from New York. That's what the sound and the whole bowl of hip hop, that's where it was born from, man. That's where it originated from. So I would say it all comes from the North, but again, it's different times for the different places, and
I don't know, man. I feel like, because everybody making good points, I feel like the South was held down for a long time. For the longest time, all you heard was East and West. Like, I remember watching Rap City back in the day, man, Joe Claire used to piss me off, man. Like, he's a cool ass dude, but he used to piss me off because he'd in that show and he'd be like, all right, peace out, y'all, East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. And I'd be sitting at home like,
no South love at all.
The South, I mean,
South.
We didn't just, come out of nowhere. Outkast didn't start with Outkast. Scarface had been doing it, the Ghetto Boys, stuff like that. So I'm like, dang, you just gonna ignore an entire, region that's out here doing it. And I noticed that he didn't start mentioning down south until like Master P started putting, doing things. Then he started mentioning the South. Like, oh, you want to mention us now, when we've been doing it before. So I feel like I am biased, and I'll say that I feel like the South really influenced a lot of things. Like if you listen to like take 50 Cent for an example. 50 is an East Coast dude, but you could tell by some of his flow and stuff that he was influenced by the South. Some of the words he chose to use, the way he was delivering his lyrics and things like that, you could see he was influenced by some of the things people were doing in the South. I'm probably in the minority with feeling like the cultural impact of the South, because New York is like the Mecca and it was the birthplace of hip hop. But I'm just biased. I just felt like the South was just kind of, the stepchild. And even to this day, I still feel like the South is still trying to get the full respect, because there's some real lyricists that come out the South that don't get any respect. So maybe I'm just scorned at the fact that
who don't get respect coming out of the South now today. Like in 95, 96, I can understand where you're coming from, because I feel like until Jermaine Dupri really hit the scene, we didn't get respect. But I feel like since 97, since since Outkast and Goody Mob and Jermaine Dupri really came up, then you start getting a lot more Southern artists. So I mean, I know a couple of artists before them, like Scarface and 8Ball MJG. They didn't really get the exposure that they should have. Pimp C and Bun B. But
Bun B.
Now I feel like Southern artists are getting respect, because I feel like everybody just copying whatever Southern artists do.
I still feel like people turn their nose up at it. Like, I mean, they look at it a certain way. Like, yeah, that sounds cool, but they not. They hear them. They like, oh, they not lyrical. They not like people that I'm used to or stuff like that. So
I think that's where you've got like, okay, there's different. I feel like there's like subsets within hip hop, right? So I feel like you got the people who battle, then you got the people who are like real lyricists, and then you got the people who are doing stuff that's more so like fluid and creative and just kind of like temporary fun. It's just in that moment. Everybody can't be a lyricist. Everybody can't be, so I feel like you get people who are more attached to a specific subset, and then they criticize everything else instead of just saying, okay, I have a preference, but that doesn't mean that you know, you could sleep on like other stuff. Okay, Lil Wayne, in my opinion, is like a Southern lyricist, right? His lyrics are just, his
That's number
metaphors are
one.
great, like all of this
Yes.
stuff, right? But then you got other people who are signed to him or maybe associated in the same way. Their lyrics are not that deep. Like Future lyrics, not that deep in my opinion. Not, I mean, he's got fun stuff, but I don't feel like he's in the same category with a Lil Wayne, if that makes sense.
Forgot
But
about Future.
Or J. Cole.
J. Cole is a good lyricist in my personal opinion because he actually says something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like his music to me will be timeless. Lil Wayne's music will be timeless. Future stuff is like in the moment, like of fun. Like, okay, I probably need to have a couple and be out partying or something. But
You take that beat away from Future's song, I bet you'll never hear it the same way.
He has mastered like psychological repetitiveness to make it into a song. I'll give him that. But like I said, I don't think it's gonna go down in history. Like, even though him and Drake are super tight, but I think Drake is a better lyricist than him just because of what his music says. Like, it tells a story, like you could follow it. Future just repeats the same thing over and over again and puts the same beat on it, and everybody goes crazy. That's just my opinion.
Nah, I agree with that for sure.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, it don't help that the radio bank, drill it in your head 900 times a day if you happen to be listening to the radio too.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst thing.
I've been said that I've been said that not to take anything away from Future or whatever, but me personally, I like when I listen to music, I like to take things away from it. And with Future, I can't take nothing but the same thing. Papa Molly,
Percocet, Molly, Percocet. Oh, in that order. Is that what I do?
It's the same
Molly,
thing. Same thing.
Now, how many hours apart are we taking these pills, huh? Like, that's pretty much that.
So, how many hours? You mean how many minutes?
Right.
Oh.
Future, all you talk about is getting high and fucking somebody. Like, it's the most uncreative shit. Like, I get it. You like to hit women. I like women too. But like, I don't want to hear about you fucking another woman every 5 minutes, bro.
We see how he produces. I mean, I'm pretty sure we think that he's producing something, and it's usually children that he doesn't want to take care of. So there's that.
Ooh, the shade.
No, these are facts, and this is why I don't like Future. I find in my old age, my ripe old age now, if I don't agree with your views or you as a man, I don't fuck with you as an artist. And Future just want to. Gucci Mane is another one. I don't fuck with Gucci Mane. I don't like Gucci Mane because you can't take care of your autistic child. I have an autistic child, so like to me, I don't fuck with Gucci Mane. And Gucci Mane from the East Side, I used to love Gucci.
Wait
I don't
a minute.
fuck with Gucci no more. I can't fuck with that.
So he has children outside of the ones with his wife?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes, and was bitching. It was a couple years ago. He was really trying to pay extra child support for an autistic child. I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with you.
Damn, I didn't.
Because I know the struggle of being a special needs parent. So I can't fuck with you as a man. You don't take care of your kids. I can't fuck with you, Future. I'm sorry.
No,
Russell out here, not Westbrook. Russell out here to being a better daddy to your kid than you are. Come on, what are we doing? What are we talking about, Future?
And he light skinned, Debo. He light skinned.
No, like what are we doing? What are we doing? No, I don't like Future no more.
No, I mean, I definitely think the culture needs to start gatekeeping people's behaviors like that. Now, I can separate to an extent like an artist from their personal life, but if your personal life starts infringing on your business, then it's like
it depends on how egregious that is.
That's why I can't listen to R. Kelly no more. I don't care what nobody say, but I can't even listen to his songs, not even the ones.
Nah, they don't hit the same, and I hate it.
Not even Step in the Name of Love.
I'm sorry.
I can't do it.
Turn that shit off.
I feel you. I understand where you come from, but I will blast R. Kelly every day in that motherfucking car. I'm sorry. Niggas see me rolling up and I'm playing Best of Both Worlds, and I don't give a fuck. I'm blasting that shit to the rooftop.
Mute yourself.
I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
It's
Turn that shit
definitely
off.
a fine line between
That shit
people's
good,
personal
nigga.
life and stuff. I mean, just do your job and lay low.
That nigga saying, "I believe I can fly." That's some inspirational shit, nigga.
Hey, they sang that at my son's kindergarten graduation, my boy.
Oh no.
Recently?
Oh wow!
It was one
For
of
the
the teachers.
babies.
One of the teachers selected the
Not
song.
the babies. At least
I'm
avoid the
telling you, they had
babies.
a whole little
Not the
routine
kids.
and all that.
All right,
Inspirational.
I get to pull out one of my catchphrases with this one, and this concludes this segment. Jesus.
The baby.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I guess I'll go next while we wait on him. This is like low-key motivational, so y'all just stay with me, okay?
Okay.
Y'all ever had somebody that like wanted you to fail? Like just didn't want to see you be successful? And then you kept grinding and doing what you had to do, and then you made it to where you wanted to go. And you kind of just got to turn around and kind of show off like, hey, I did this. You doubted me. You know what I'm saying? Well, that happened to me. You know, I had a struggling fantasy football team. You know what I'm saying?
God, I thought this was real life. This is real life. I'm sorry. I apologize. But continue.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Yes, sir.
So since you're biased about the South, who would you say is your top front runner of influence from the South?
I just feel like based on everything that was packaged together and what he did in a short period of time, it's Master P, and it's not close because he's the blueprint for everything that you see out here. The marketing, he made everybody. Yeah, he made everybody on that label a platinum selling artist, even though a lot of them wasn't good. You know, he packaged it up, put it together, and I think it's Master P, man. He's a master businessman, and I mean, you can say whatever you want about the music was what it was for that time, you know. It still is nostalgia or whatever, but
I agree with you. But I hate that you chose Master P, you New Orleans mudbug ass nigga. You couldn't pick anybody else but somebody from fucking New Orleans. Master P, really?
Okay, yeah.
Of course you gonna pick Master P, nigga.
Yes. Chris asked the question. What you thought I was gonna pick? Outkast? It might be the radio show ATL, but Chris asked the question.
You should have picked Outkast, nigga. Like Outkast crossed over better than Master P did.
But they
Outkast reached a whole new fucking audience that Master P couldn't even fucking get to. Was Master P uber successful? Yes, he was. Did he make everybody that came on him a platinum selling artist? Yes, he did. Did he fucking turn the whole shit around? Absolutely. He still didn't reach the heights that Outkast did. Period.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the long run, but I'm saying Master
and now
P
I'm being biased because I'm from Atlanta, nigga. So you know,
he did a lot of he crawled. So a lot of these he walked so a lot of these other folks could run, man. So I'm just saying that's like I said, Chris
Mercedes was a platinum selling artist, nigga, and she was famous for bending over on a car on every fucking damn intro book for a year and a half.
Hooks named Moby Dick became a household name because of Master
Moby
P.
Dick.
You can tell you, look how
Swamp nigga, dog. The nigga made a song called Swamp Nigga. I mean, what else you want me to say?
He was their version of Nate Dogg. Moby Dick was out there singing off key, and he was out there making it happen. That's a real thing that happened.
Ghetto classics.
Ghetto classics.
Real.
Yeah,
that's what they was.
Ghetto classics.
I mean,
it's a real thing that happened.
They had all the good club classics. Now, Outkast, of course, I'm from Atlanta. I get what Debo is saying about Outkast, and I agree.
Of course, but it's all good.
She's 16. She's 16. Said Master P. Now my answer is Cash Money, the Hot Boys.
Hey, because listen, them niggas took Master P out, and they kept elevating. That shit is true.
Yes,
I literally remember the summer when niggas like, yo, you got to listen to these motherfucking Hot Boys. This motherfucking shit is fire, nigga.
I will, if you want to pull New Orleans, I'm going to have to go with my cousin, and it's going to be Lil Wayne and the Crew. Now, Lil Wayne is not my cousin, but they have done some amazing things, and they're still relevant, and they've been able to produce a lot of artists that are actually very, very successful and very, very independent of them now. So
Yeah.
for me, when we're looking at longevity and over 20 years in the industry and people still want to hear you, you can still command full audiences and you can still continue to grow your brand out. They have a successful podcast, they have successful other business ventures. Like, they are an empire. So, I mean, that's pretty dope.
Turn Cash Money into Young Money. If it's
Yes.
if you don't got Baby and then back in the day, you don't got no Nicki Minaj today. You don't got no Drake out here.
Right.
Tiger while he was somebody.
Right.
Right.
Hey,
right.
man, Tiger still
They even
got
had
it,
Lloyd
man.
for a little bit,
Tiger still
singing
got
on
it.
hooks and shit.
Yeah.
And then
And
who
I'll
else
say
stands
this.
out?
One thing Cash Money will always have, back that ass up.
That's my anthem.
That's a fucking anthem, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's a fucking anthem. And like,
you
make
can't
them say,
play that
is an anthem for
anywhere.
us.
Anywhere
But make them say, and don't hit. It don't hit with these young folks. Back to that stuff still hit with young people today, which is crazy.
That is a generational song.
Don't do that to me.
And the
That's
thing,
a
and the thing with
generational
Juvie,
song.
you know, people was
It's
finding
just the beginning.
about Juvie. Juvie had a song called Soldier Rags, like probably a year and a half before he even went out national. That was blowing up.
Hey, man, hey, boy, don't make me rap that Soldier Rag right now, boy.
Bruh.
Come on now, man.
That's what I'm saying. Chris know what I'm talking about. He know.
Look, you buy that paper, you're on top, you're handing
Yep.
business, you doing
And he took a lot of what was in Soldier Rags and he put it in High. Like he kind of, you know, took elements of that song and put it through there. And yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole movement that was, you know, bubbling to the surface before the rest of the world even saw about it. You know, we were seeing it, you know, coming up. You know, that was like the soundtrack to our lives. You know, if you were a young kid growing up around then, that's what you was listening to. That's all you heard, you know? So
Hey,
yeah.
he'll tell you, bro, Juvenile is my GOAT. That's my fave.
Yeah, I love Juvenile.
Juvenile.
We all telling our age right now.
Man, look.
Maybe he got real skills though, you know.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I don't think anybody would be outraged by you disliking raisins. Like that's not enough of a staple like favorite food. Everybody be like when the last time you seen somebody eating raisins? Like just a box of raisins.
Okay. Hey, when you go to the grocery store and you go down the aisle where the raisins are, that shit is always fully stocked. Always fully stocked. Have you ever seen some raisins?
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, so we had a full-length discussion about cultural impact on which coast, but it brought up another question that's also music related. They got a lot of rappers that are out here that, you know, a lot of people consider to be great, really, really good, but there's some of them that you would probably struggle to name signature songs by them. You know, the artists that we grew up with in the 90s, you could name several signature songs by a lot of them, but these ones who are considered great, not even just this era, but in general, how many signature songs can you name by them? Because you start naming off stuff to me like, okay, full disclosure, I'm not a J. Cole fan. And if I say name some signature songs from him, you're going to start naming off a bunch of shit like, where was this played on the radio? Where was the video for this? And then you look at me kind of like how Debo's looking at me now, like he, you know, he wants to fight me or whatever.
Because you full of shit. Like,
okay. I mean, but I can have my opinion on that, man. Like, I mean, you could like him. I'm not begrudging anybody who does.
You can have your opinion, and your opinion can be wrong, nigga. That's
So are you saying
two things can be true, nigga.
16, are you saying you don't like J. Cole? I don't know. I don't like your tone about that. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, no, we're not about to gang up on M16. But you don't like J. Cole. Is it because you don't like him or you're just not a fan of him?
Yeah, no, I don't have no like people always take it like if you don't like a rap, like you got something personal against him. No, it's nothing personal. He seemed like an upstanding dude, you know, asset to society and all that good stuff. His music just don't move me. That's all I'm saying. So it's not personal.
Light skins don't like other light skins, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? When
His music don't move you at all?
It don't.
See, light skin shit. Light skinned nigga pose and everything. That's light skinned shit.
You know
That
what?
niggas they don't like other light
mean,
skinned niggas.
Okay, I mean, you entitled to your own opinion.
Yeah,
You
so
know
I'm not.
what, Tanya? It could be because he's older than all of us, so it could just be not relatable to him.
He old as fuck. That's the problem. That nigga old. That nigga washed. 16 washed like a motherfucker, dog. That's what that shit is to me.
Boy, stop.
I'm just saying. I'm
still in my prime of prime.
It
That nigga old as
it
fuck.
might be like a smidge of 3 years outside his scope. So
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just when I first heard him, and I don't want to make this a J. Cole discussion because I didn't bring this up for that, but we can get into it. It's like when I first heard him, it was like, okay. And the next thing you know, I hear a bunch of praise being heaped on. I'm like, did I miss something? Did I like
how many
miss
songs
something?
did you listen to?
Apparently, you did miss something, sir.
Because everybody else gets it and you don't. That's suspicious.
I'm not everybody else. I got a lot of people that don't. It's like
name
I
three
don't
people who don't get it. Name 3 people who don't get it. With
They
you.
said name 3. Google it. Google it.
Okay, so how about this? Okay, name me 3 other rappers other than Kendrick and
Wait,
Drake.
hold on, wait. Don't give me this whole who else went platinum without no features. Is that what
I
you
didn't
about
say
to
that.
say?
I didn't say that.
Oh,
That's not the
'cause
question I'm
tired of
asking.
that one.
The
Okay.
question I'm asking is name 3 other rappers, one without being Kendrick or Drake, that is better than J. Cole. Out right now. Because don't talk about Tupac, because that nigga dead, bro.
I mean, I wasn't finna mention Pac, and you said name somebody who's out now that's better. I mean, that's like
better.
That's like asking me, do I want to get punched in my face or punched in the balls? Like it's a no-win situation either way.
No.
It's better.
This is a safe environment. I promise you, I will not get in your shit. I promise you. I just want to know your opinion because I need to know what you like so I can determine why it is that you don't like Cole.
Okay, so
because if your taste, if you don't like Cole, and I know you think Kendrick is all right, I know you think Drake is all right. So like other than them 2, because for real, those are the 3 that everybody mentions at the top right now. So other than them 2, I need to hear 3 other people that you think is equally as good or better than J. Cole, so I can know what your taste is.
Okay, so first off, I got to address one thing here. That Debo been that cousin that's been invited over so many times. Debo told me, hey, bro, I know this your show, but you can have a safe space here. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Safe
Let's
space.
get with that one first.
Safe space. I won't get on you.
Hey, with friends like Debo, you don't need enemies, huh?
You don't, but at least I know. But look, Debo, keep it real. At least I know when he gonna stab me in the spine, he gonna tell me he about to do it, so I can appreciate.
I'm a straight shooter. I'm a straight shooter.
It's the devil, you know.
And then he gonna tell you to stand still while you do it.
So to answer your question, Debo, I don't know if I can answer that because you took the 2 that I would have named there because I'm not a like one of these like you know how Jimmy is like a super Drake fan. You know what I'm saying? And my brother loves Kendrick too. He like them both. I don't know if I can name anybody. I don't listen to a lot of this shit that's out here right now, man. It don't really speak to me in that manner. There's a few songs here and there, but none of this mumble shit do anything for me. And I know J. Cole is not a mumble rapper like that.
Okay,
he's not a
clean it up. Clean it up.
at all.
But I'm just, I just feel like a lot of times when it comes to certain people or word of mouth with folks, I feel like the talk and the legend of them outweighs what their actual talent is. Think about it in this manner. Where would J. Cole sit in the heyday of, we can use the 90s as an example. Where would he sit in there? Would he be this revered artist? He would not be.
Okay, so you asked the question. This is the answer. Remember when I said there are subsets of rap? There are subsets in hip hop. J. Cole is a lyricist, so that means he's talking like real facts and real relatable, real life stuff that people live, what people go through, and people connect to him because of that.
Right.
It's not.
All he do is talk about his past relationships and how he let a girl get away and all this other shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
No,
That's Drake.
What?
Nigga, that's Drake.
What J. Cole are you listening to?
You listening to Drake? And is it do you have Drake and J. Cole confused?
Is it
No,
Drake?
it's not just they both light skinned and they both look the same. Mute yourself.
So
Drake
this
Cole.
just proves that you only listen to like one
Radio
song, radio version, because actually his better stuff is not even on the radio. So if you actually listen to an album based on what I know you like about hip hop, I'm surprised you don't like J. Cole because of the way he puts things together. And guess what? all J. Cole songs sound completely effing different. I can't say that about Drake, and I actually like him.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I'm willing to do this, and we can continue this discussion. But I'm willing to do this. I don't know what's the latest thing that came out from him. When's the last time we haven't reviewed the album? We haven't reviewed the album in a long time, so we can review one of his, because that's how you know you'll get me to listen to it. So Diva, you can choose it, or somebody you can choose it. We'll review it, and then next show we can talk about it. I'm open to that.
Was the most recent review a whole album? What if we all submit like 2 songs that we like, and then we'll make sure we don't clash?
It won't be the same. I'm saying the whole crew, like we do when we review an album, we'll all listen to that and everybody get their facts on it. Because if you give me individual songs, I ain't gonna listen to that shit. I'll be like, eh.
Why are you so damn difficult? Like,
because he light skinned. This is the theme of the night.
Okay. We will discuss off camera which album we think would be the best for you to listen to, and then we'll all review it, and then you'll lift your head up a little more so we can see your eyebrows next time when we do discuss it.
I'm gonna be unbiased, because when I'm giving reviews, you know that I don't put personal feelings into that, so I wouldn't. But
I don't know. You was real personal about the movie reviews that sucked that we did that one time.
I mean, look, it's just, I don't know. I didn't know that was going to become a discussion. I'm just asking, other rappers who are revered, who, if you could name signature songs by them. And like I said, you're going to name me a bunch of shit that I'm like, okay, whatever. It's not going to change my view of it, but we'll see. I'm open-minded,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we should do an album review, and then you'll have a more well-rounded view of him. And then you could give an opinion. And if your opinion stays the same, okay, fine. But if it doesn't, I relish in that moment because I'm usually right.
I concur. I concur.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
All right, Tanya, I know you got to roll from the show and everything, but we don't want you to leave without, letting the people know where they can find more of you and your great personality and talk and all that good stuff.
Notorious Momz with a Visa podcast. That's where I'm at everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I think I'm even on Twitter. I'm not sure. But it's the same everywhere. The same handle everywhere. But you're gonna have to invite me back, because I feel like I'm about to be missing some shit. But with the sake of my home being turned upside down, I'm gonna have to peep on out of here.
Well, Tanya, come on back anytime. We always discussing hip hop around this place, among other shenanigans. So come on back. The podcast description will be down. It'll be in the podcast description. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite. Y'all have a good night. Take care.
You too.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
All these horrible ass drivers from the following states: Florida, New York, Delaware for some freaking reason, and North Carolina. I really want to pop your tires.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Y'all go, man.
Hey, I got a question while we were kind of talking about music.
Yeah.
I think I might have asked this before, but I have seen this debate going on, and which group, or what should I say, label, has the better catalog? Is it Death Row or TDE?
Bro, that Death Row catalog is hard to beat. It's top heavy. It's, man.
Yeah.
If I start naming them, so it's the Chronic, Doggy Style, Above the Rim soundtrack.
Dog Food.
Was it Machiavelli on Death Row too?
It was.
You got Above the Rim soundtrack.
Above the Rim soundtrack is the greatest soundtrack ever created, known to man. It's that good. Murder Was the Case soundtrack.
Murder Was the Case soundtrack. Yep.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
That shit hard, dog.
Tough.
That's a 4-year span. That's from 92 to 96 right there.
That's 4 years, bro. 4 years.
That's 4 years.
4 years. Crazy. Tupac was only on Death Row not even a whole year, bro.
Not even a year. That's 4. That's
Just
4
putting out
years. So
bangers,
that's,
too.
yep. That's 4 years, and they did all that in 4 years.
You got the
none of them sold no less than 2 million. The lowest selling one was 2 million.
And that was physical copies. You had to go buy that.
Yep.
Would you put up Aftermath against them?
Well, I don't know, because I feel like Aftermath falls under that Interscope umbrella, and that was kind of Aftermath was Dr. Dre wanting to leave Death Row.
Right.
So Debo, are you saying because he had that Aftermath compilation, and then he had 2001. Eminem was signed to him, and then I know that
Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, all that is under Aftermath.
I know Busta Rhymes put out one or two albums under Aftermath. Was 50 signed to them, or was he signed to Shady?
50 was signed to Shady, but it was under Aftermath too.
Yeah, Trying is under Aftermath.
Whew. Okay, so they got a lot of bangers in a short period of time too. Then, so that's another that's another 4 to 5 years span.
Get Rich or Die Trying. You got The Game, the documentary. That's under.
Oh yeah, I forgot Game was on Aftermath, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wait,
no, he was under 50. What was 50's label?
No, he was under it was all under
Aftermath. Was he Aftermath too?
Mm-hmm. That was all under that Interscope umbrella.
Hey,
I mean, that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. Because you look at the Chronic 2001, nigga.
Just that.
That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough.
Chris,
being honest, I might take Aftermath in that one.
And the reason why you could take it, not that Death Row didn't have bangers, but you could just say longevity because it lasted a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it lasted longer. And like real shit though, I feel like, and I don't know, you can probably look the numbers up. Did Shady outsell? Like he didn't outsell Doggy Style. I know that.
Which one though? Because I mean, Eminem got a couple of diamond albums in there. Because I know the Eminem show sold like 10 million. So
Eminem show, I think Marshall Mathers LP is probably up there too.
Well, you know what? This is the beauty of research. Please stand by. When we come back, we'll let you know how much they sold.
Big facts.
All right, so Debo, the Marshall Mathers LP, 11 million. The Eminem show, 12 million. That's just in the US alone, not worldwide. And then for Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, it was 6 million in the US alone. So he went there. He sold a bunch.
I'm gonna just list off some of the albums, not all, because it's a lot that's listed under the Aftermath umbrella. Okay. So you got the Slim Shady LP, which is Eminem's first album. That went 5 times platinum. You got Dr. Dre's 2001. That went 7 times platinum. The Marshall Mathers LP, we just talked about that. Eminem show, you just talked about that. Next one, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. That's 9 times platinum. Encore for Eminem, that's 5 times platinum. The Game, like you said before, that was the documentary. That was 2 times platinum. And then 50 came back with The Massacre. You got Busta Rhymes, Big Bang. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm just Kendrick Lamar is listed under the Aftermath.
Yeah,
that so like Anderson .Paak is listed under Aftermath, nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and say Aftermath is probably taking the crown on that shit.
They did, but some people might say for the longevity, you'll take them 4 years of Death Row and putting them up against any man, because the stuff we was naming was some bona fide bangers, man.
So you want to say 4 years of Death? Okay, how about this? 4 years of Death Row. Give me 4 years. I'll give you 1999, right? So 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. You ready? In that span, you got the Slim Shady LP, Dr. Dre 2001, Marshall Mathers LP, the Eminem show. You also got Truth Hurts, which Get Rich or Die Trying from 50. And that was the last one. Get Rich or Die. So just with 50 and Slim Shady, Eminem, you talking about 9 times platinum. You talking about diamond, 2 diamond records from Eminem. God damn. And then a 7 times platinum from Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
5 times platinum on his first. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take Aftermath still, bro.
My Lord, bro. It's crazy.
That's a lot, man. That's
crazy.
That's an avalanche of just like, I mean, damn, man. I mean, as much as I want to say it, man, the numbers just speak for themselves. I mean, on that one, I told you the lowest one in that time frame for Death Row between 92 and 96, the lowest one was 2 million. The lowest one that you said on there, I think you said was it
5 times platinum? It was
5 times.
This 5 million from Eminem's first album, Slim Shady LP.
And that's the lowest it got in that time frame was 5.
Yeah.
That's out of control.
It just ballooned from that point. That was the very first one, and it just ballooned from that point. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is out of control, man. Like, damn. And we throwing that around like it ain't nothing. Like, oh, the lowest one that Death Row had was 2 million. Like, you know how many rappers were killed to just sell 2 million right now?
Right.
And even in that time, you still had to go buy those albums. You had to buy hard copies.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that
no
is
stream
insane.
or nothing going on back then.
Exactly. You went out to go to the. I remember going to get every Eminem album for fucking 4 straight albums. I remember going to get every album and listening to it while I worked at fucking.
Don't you miss like the ritual or the tradition of like waiting for it to drop, standing in line, trying to get it fresh off the shelf, cracking the wrapper,
right out the plastic, baby.
Album, the
you
album
crack it up and you smell
like,
it.
Yes,
I don't miss that no more, Diva. I used to be nostalgic for that. I love the fact that I could just go to Spotify and hit a button and have it right there. I mean, it was cool to stand in line.
No. It was a sense of community. Listen, I feel you on that because me and my co-host Danny was talking about this in regards to video games because these little niggas don't even know what it's like to have a midnight release where you stand in line outside of a GameStop or a Walmart and you just be with a bunch of folks waiting to get this new game. You buy the new game, you go home and you play that motherfucker all night.
You forgot one part of that too, Debo. If you online, you exchanging gamer tags with the people that you in line with, like, yo,
exactly.
Yeah, so that
I'm about to get on as soon as I get to the house, yo.
But then it was
I'm
like
on Xbox Live.
on the journey, right? Like you got to, like, it was different. It was like artists just drop stuff now and they just want you to get it. But like they used to go quiet for a little while. And then like it was the excitement because you didn't have access to them all the time. And it was like when you get the album, it wasn't just about the album, it was about the jacket, like it was the album art cover, like it meant something, like it was the lyrics of the way they designed it or the pictures or the photo shoots they did. It was just like
reading the booklet.
Yes, because sometimes they would tell you like what it took for them to write it. Like you got a comprehensive like part, you felt a part of that, you know, when you got it, and it was something you could keep. Now you just download the song and go about your business. But I remember how many times like I put like CD jackets in my locker or posters or whatever came with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just cool. Like it was kind of the best feeling.
The best feeling for me was buying a new album, buying a new CD. You reading the booklet, you see all the track listing, you listening to the record, and then you got hidden tracks at the end of that month.
Yes, so
like
dope.
that shit is just. It's like they just threw this in there as an extra. If you're a true fan, you listen to the whole album. And like them be some of the best songs. And like if you didn't listen to the whole album and you didn't know what song people were talking about, that meant you didn't listen to it. So now you gotta figure it out. Like kids today don't know that type of shit. Do I love the on-demand world and the quick access? Yes.
Absolutely.
It's great. But there was a sense of community with people that you like, that of whatever it is that you like, whatever fandom you're part of.
Conversation starter. Like, can you imagine like when you would go on a date or you would go meet new people, you're like, oh hey man, I'll never forget being in college and how insane the Usher album was during that time. Confessions. Oh my god. And then like when R. Kelly did release
I remember my mama
Trapped in the
going
Closet
crazy about
and
that
all
album,
of those, man. Trapped in the Closet, like it was conversation starters, like breaking your neck
had
to see
to
the
listen
video
to
where
the next
videos made sense.
The next
Y'all
one and
remember
the
when
next
he did
one.
the videos every week on BET for the Trapped in the Closet series?
Yo,
man,
let's kill
and
this.
then you had
Let's
to
kill this
know
R.
the
Kelly
whole
talk.
thing.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I'm not okay. He's got 40 in SIBO featuring E40. I feel like that's a very lazy song title. They just put both their names together and just 40 in SIBO featuring E40 by SIBO.
You're listening to the radio show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
So the question is, you're stuck on an island, and you only could take 3 albums with you for the rest of that time you're on the island.
Ooh.
3 albums. What would those albums be?
Damn.
I'm gonna start with the lady first.
Ooh. Oh my God.
You got
Okay,
3.
so
You got 3.
all right. So, oh child, that's really hard. Okay. I like so many people for so many reasons. Ooh. All right. So I don't know exactly which Drake album, but at least one. Just because it's like, a variety pick, right? Ooh, I would definitely take who would I take for like R&B? I would take what's her name? Sade. I would have to take her. Just because just it's nostalgic. I have to take her. And then oh gosh, this is so insane. I would just have to maybe take an Outkast album because it's just like a variety. It's like fast, slow, nostalgic. It also reminds me of like where I'm from and stuff. So it's like a little piece of home.
I need to know which one though, because I'm not gonna judge you because you can't
I
have a
love
wrong.
the Love Below. I love
Okay.
Love Below. It's
Okay.
my favorite.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right, so we got a Drake, Sade, and Outkast, Love Below.
Okay. I'll go next, and this is tough for me. This is tough. I mean, because when you said Outkast, it made me think. AT-Aliens, I feel like I have to bring them.
Gosh, yeah.
I have to bring AT-Aliens from Outkast. I have to bring Kanye West Graduation. To me,
yeah, that was
the best album ever created. That's just to me. And I know people have problems
Can
with
we be
it.
on the same island, by the way? Like
we absolutely can.
He wore a White Lives Matter. He wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt. But please continue.
Don't care. The art is the art, man. And he also is whatever. I'm not doing this with you. So Graduation would be my second album. My third album would probably be, and this is just not even just because I'm a piss off M16, but TP2 is probably the greatest R&B album I've ever heard that I've listened to legit from beginning to end, right? And I'm not gonna say it's a no skip. It's damn near a no skip.
It's an all skip.
So I'm gonna bring those. So yeah, I'm gonna bring the Problematic double duo with me of R. Kelly and Kanye. But we gonna be jamming, nigga. We gonna be rocking.
Slaps. You gotta do slaps, man.
He's
What
a
you got,
motherfucking
You can't deny the art, nigga.
Yeah, I'm denying it. All right. So the first one that I'm taking is this is well, All Eyes on Me by Tupac is coming.
I knew you was gonna say Tupac, nigga. I already knew.
Yeah, so that's definitely in there. Another one that I'm taking with me is The Untouchable by Scarface. That one's definitely coming through. That's one of those no skip ones. You turn it on, it's just full of bangers the whole time.
I get you that.
And then the last one, Snoop Dogg has this album, Paid the Cost to Be the Boss. And I feel like the reason why I would take that is the nostalgia of it. Around that time, man, that was one of like when the album came out, it was like some of the happiest times of my life, man. Like,
hey, was that like, one when he was on No Limit?
No, this was his first album after he got off No Limit.
That was his
right.
album on No Limit was The Game to Be Sold, Not to Be Told, right?
Yeah, and then he had the last meal was
The Last
on there
Meal.
too.
Yeah.
Yep. Last Meal was good too. I gotta throw that out there. But Pay the Cost to Be the Boss, it was like he was talking about stuff that I could just relate with so much. And then it was just, like I said, that was like some of the happiest times of my life, man. At that point, I was meeting the woman that was going to eventually, become my wife and stuff like that. It's just nostalgia built into me listening to that album. So those would be the three I'd take with me.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, my three.
But you, Chris.
So my three, my first one I would take I love how this album is just kind of puts me in a peaceful state. So I would take the Jhené Aiko Sell Sold album.
Yes,
it's good,
God.
man. It's
Okay,
good.
I have to trade because I
I'm
listen
taking
to it
that
all the
one.
time.
That's one of my go-tos. I love that album. My second album, Victory Lap from Nipsey Hussle. Victory Lap. I'm taking Victory Lap.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
And my last one, god damn. If I'm on an island, I want something that's gonna kind of make me feel good. Shit. Crap, man. I don't know.
It's hard with three.
I want to take.
It's tough.
It is tough because it's when you're on the last one, you got so much that come to mind. But I want what's one that's gonna make me? What's the album that's gonna make me feel good, bro? All right. I'm thinking about it. This one I would probably take Off the Wall, bro.
Oh, Michael Jackson. Okay.
I would take Off the Wall.
Oh, wow.
That's nice. That's a nice cut. That's nice.
I would take Off the Wall.
That's nice.
It'll probably be my 3.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, I see you.
Yeah.
But
diversity.
I would for sure take. I need that Jhené Aiko. I need that one. I need that.
That's
just giving me island beach vibes.
That's just a definitely my thing. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I was really going for a similar, just mellow vibe because I feel like Sade gives me that, but Jhené Aiko is just gives me that as well.
Yeah, I love that Sell Sold album. So good.
Do you listen to the deluxe one?
Oh, I listen to man. Come on, man. I love me some Jhené Aiko. Love me some Jhené. She vibes.
That's a good one. And no, that's a good one, Chris. And that one, since we didn't have a One Gotta Go tonight, that's a perfect replacement for One Gotta Go. That was a great one, man.
Yeah,
that was a banger, man.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to The Radio Show. There is only one radio show, and this is it.
You're listening to The Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, this is a little bit of, I can't even call it an abridged show. We just did some things differently that we don't normally do. We didn't have a One Gotta Go this time, and we didn't do random, but that's all right because we still had a great show regardless. Chris came through with a great question about the album on the island thing. We might have to revisit that in other scenarios too, Chris. That's some good shit, man. So
we got plenty more answers though, because I'm thinking of another album right now.
See, there you go. It's always a revolving door. So we've already set up basically what we're about to do. We're gonna be reviewing a J. Cole album to be named at a later date. And we'll be definitely reviewing that and giving unbiased opinion on that. But again, to bring a friend night series, highly successful. Always good to have our friends here. We got Krystian on the Go podcast here. Chris, man, on the go, man. What y'all got coming up?
Man, shoot.
Talking sports,
Yeah, us. We got the sports show. We trying to keep the content coming. Just stay tuned, man. We got a lot of things coming. We love linking up with our family here at the radio show. Big Debo, big homie, Miss Diva, it's always love when we link up with our pod fam, as I would say.
Yes, sir.
Drinking bread, networking, and showing the love, man. Trying to put it out
right.
in the universe.
Yes, sir. So make sure and check out On The Go. We like to say their catchphrase is they actually watch the game. So we got their information in the podcast description and in the YouTube description. So make sure and
if I could put my camera on, y'all would see I'm watching a basketball game right now.
That's what I'm saying. They watch the games. That's the thing. The sports authority. All right, and then we got Big Debo, my black friend. Content for days. 300 episodes, including a 6-part 300 episode. Debo, man. What you got coming up, man? Including a collaboration with us soon.
Well, I mean, if you want to break it, yeah, we actually are setting up a collaboration with y'all in the next 2 weeks. So, the My Black Radio Show, as you coined it, is definitely happening. I was able to finally get this white man in. So y'all stay tuned and listen to that shit. Which will actually be episode 301 for us, which I didn't think we was gonna do another one this soon, but fuck it. But we do got a 15-minute video that Danny just put together of our trip to LA, which is just kind of like just the video footage and the pictures and all the shit and the set to music is really nice. I haven't been able to figure out how to upload it other than uploading it to YouTube. And I wasn't really trying to upload to a YouTube channel, but I'm probably going to break it up into like chunks and try to upload it to Instagram. So check out the Instagram feed. Y'all should be able to see that. But it's a cool video. See a lot of footage behind the scenes shit. And yeah, man, I'm ready for the collab because I'm ready to get in your shit every day. I'm gonna roast your ass every day.
Pause,
That's
man.
just what I do.
Pause.
It never stops. And I appreciate that. But yeah, we're looking forward to My Black Radio Show. It's gonna be everything we hope it's gonna be and more. So definitely looking forward to that.
Sound like it's about to be a whole bunch of nigga shit going on.
It is.
And, I mean, Danny's very white. I think you underestimate how white that man is. So while I'm very niggerish,
Yes.
I'm not that niggerish. I don't eat pot of nigger like you do.
Okay.
I'm keeping that shit pot of nigger. That's all you.
Yes.
Danny is very white, so it's going to be very tame.
Hey,
So
it'll
be nice.
like the white homeboy coming to the barbecue.
Not even. He is like you. So no, it ain't like your white homeboy. It's like if you went out after work with your white coworker, who's still very white.
So you're gonna be drinking a Michelob Ultra or some shit like that.
That's what he might drink. Now I'm gonna be a nigga, but when you got someone so white next to a nigga like me, it just equals out to be like M16. So
get out of here,
my lord!
But don't get out of here. But yes,
got his ass.
I also want to point out too that it's out there now that we did a great interview with actually the lovely ATL Diva. Our friend Carol J and I interviewed ATL Diva about her 9 hair code, beard care line that we got out there. So make sure and check that out on the Aftermath. She was a guest on her own show. She did a great job. So we just wanted to put that out there to check that out.
And if I've promised you product, you will get it by the weekend.
There it is.
I do have a nice little list of people who are like, excuse me. And I'm like, oh, I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
So
you got it. Okay. We're gonna talk later because I'm finna go and hype it up on the Instagram page and all this. I'm excited.
So we got into that.
Probably we'll talk off camera because I'll be doing some YouTube stuff as well.
All right. So just to round this out again, much love and thank you to our pie family, as Chris said it. If you want to be a guest on the radio show ATL, just send us an email to radioshowinbox@gmail.com, or you can send us a text 678-800-1677. We look forward to hearing from you. So again, it's a great show. Love talking music and whatever with as again the pie family. So only one way to end it. So please just remember and never forget, you're not just listening to a radio show or some radio show. You're listening to the radio show ATL. Thank you for listening and watching, and we will catch y'all next time.
Church.
Yeah, I mess with New York. I was out there in Brooklyn. That was the first time I ever seen somebody in the service area bite back on the customer. I was up in Popeyes up in downtown Brooklyn, and this dude was like, he was snapping at this girl. She told him, she was like, shut up. I mean, you talking to me about an order. You don't even know how to order right. And I was like, damn.
Wait. No. You ain't been so I forgot. You living on the bougie side of Atlanta now, so you forgot what the real niggas at. Because you can't go to no Popeyes in Decatur off Panola Road saying no bullshit because they gonna get in your ass too. What are you talking?
That's a fact.
And she did. And the first thing I did when I walked up there, the first thing I said was, look, I know exactly what I want. I know how to order, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Exactly.
I've been to Georgia one time, but I was in Augusta.
Oh,
that's nice. That's a nice low pace.
It was very country.
There's nothing else to do.
Nothing. All I saw was trees and houses. I didn't even see hardly people.
Yeah. Because especially with time, depending on the time of year you went to. Because if you went in the summertime, I ain't finna come out for you. Yeah, I'm not finna come outside for you. I'm sorry. It's hot. Yeah. I mean, it ain't as hot as like New Orleans hot. You know what I'm saying? That's just swamp. But you know, they used to living in the swamp. That's the kind of savages they are.
And I could never wear my hair down in New Orleans. I knew.
Oh no, that should puff out as soon as you step outside.
Nah, that's
I knew that was coming.
Red bone baseball players at that too. That's what we waiting on. This baseball player. Didn't I tell you baseball players was the worst? I told y'all niggas before this. I told y'all.
No, he plays softball.
Hey. I used to play softball.
Yeah, no. How old were you? Like 14 when you played softball?
I played probably until I was like in high school.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 16. Fast pitch. Gotta love it.
See? Athletic. See, real athletes.
But you gotta practice with the boys though, because you know that's hard.
Dang, you learn something every day, because I did not have in my wheelhouse of learning things. I mean, we go a long way. I didn't know you was athletic. Every time I see you, it's dresses and nails and
facts. I didn't see that shit either, bro.
Because I played softball, I ran track, I did marching band.
Oh, I love that.
Did all the stuff.
She did all the shit.
She was with the football. If you're a girl dad, you ain't playing teacups and all that stuff all the time. You're mostly gonna do boy stuff. So you either figure out how to play touch football, flag football, baseball, like that. I mean, especially in the summertime, because that's what your dad know how to do. Now, if my dad played teacup with me, it's because he wanted to eat the cookies and stuff. He ate all the snacks. That's what he did. But...
that makes sense.
Sure, we can do this. You got any more of those chocolate chip cookies over there? Yeah, Dad. They know no better. No.
Love that.
Man, this messed up. I got somebody else trying to get in too. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
You need to give the link that you gave the first time, because that's how.
Yes, that's the one that worked. Because that second
that's
link.
The one that worked. That's the one that worked. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That second link didn't do anything. It took me to my own restream, and I was like, backgrounds and stuff. I was like,
good to know, but I mean, I'm just saying though.
All right, we're gonna try this again then, because he's like, bro. And then we could get started, man. Yeah.
So apparently there are some topics that's gonna potentially make me act up today.
But it's Ezra the one that's the one that's supplying it, and he ain't even here because I can't even explain it, because he got me hip to it. I was sitting here minding my, as Debo would say, my light skin business, and he came and hit me with that, and I'm like, what is this about?
I'm too done with y'all.
This ain't even the half, you know.
Not the Hoyos, not the other Hoyos. Ooh. Why do I like shoes so much? Like, shoes are always nice to you. Like the hell.
I like shoes. I just can't wear heels.
Really?
Yeah, and I love them so much. I think they're so beautiful.
Aw.
I just can't wear them. They hurt my feet.
Debo be wearing them and she don't even need them. She 5'11". She don't need no help.
I can't put you 5'11".
Yeah.
Wow.
So you wear heels. You what, 6'1"?
We have a perfect age because we got to see some of everything.
Yes.
And so we know how to function, period, because the people either before us or like, Jesus Christ, these kids now don't know jack crap. If you just take away like the fact that we can survive if we don't even have the damn internet is saying a lot.
Yes.
Okay? If we didn't even have Google, we still gonna be all right.
Listen, I respect the fact that I could pull a map out right now and get to someplace.
Big facts.
That hard.
without having to tell somebody to turn here, dog. I still have the skills where I can actually travel in this motherfucker if I need
we
to.
know how to go to a grocery store and actually buy groceries instead of Uber Eats and having stuff delivered all the time.
Right.
You would be surprised how many people literally don't even know how to grocery shop. They don't even know.
How about penmanship? Does anybody know how to write in script?
I just had this conversation 2 days ago.
Me
and it was
too.
just like, I literally could read historical documents because I can read script, and most people can't even sign their name.
I can read it, but I can't write it with it.
Most of my writing
I
is in
can't write.
script.
I read that mug, though.
Man,
I
you
can
have
read
to
it.
write whole papers in script.
Me too.
And if it wasn't legible, guess what? Do it again. Fail.
Me too.
Yeah, that part. They don't even know what that is.
They don't.
They don't teach it anymore. They taught it to us.
No, I mean,
taught it to me in
whatever we
school.
didn't learn in school, my parents still say something about it. And these kids, they don't. So where was I? And I'm talking about kids who are like 23. I think I asked them, did they know what like a rotary phone was? And I consistently kept getting told they thought it was a clock.
Ooh,
and I'm like,
Jesus.
this was multiple and they're not the same. So I'm like, how are their brains thinking that this is a clock? I said phone. They don't even know what a rotary phone is. They don't even know what a flip phone is. They don't.
Listen, I mentioned video music box the other day to my son, and he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, video music box."
Are you talking about the box where you had to call the number and 99 cents?
No, it was a show.
Yeah, it was a show.
It was a show out here. It was like a rap city.
Okay.
It was like American Music Makers for us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right, I got you. Yeah.
It was called. It was like in the late 80s, like early 90s. But I have an older sister, so I kind of grew up with her stuff as well. So that's why.
We was having a conversation the other day with my friend's sister who graduated, and she's like 25. And we were just having like this conversation, and we were like, "Yeah, you remember when we used to stay up late to watch Uncut?" She's like, "What's the Uncut?" Lord,
she don't know about that. She don't need to know about Uncut.
She don't know about the Uncut when you had to watch video like
yes,
drill.
I remember that.
It's real, dog.
Oh, y'all remember? Man, let me tell you something. Compared to now, as much flack as Nelly got for Tip Drill, that
who would have thought? It's mild compared to
what? Do you know
Very
how
mild.
much he caught for the credit card swipe?
A lot.
And now
backlash.
They doing that credit card swipe in every video nowadays.
Just the evolution of songs. Like when I was a kid, Rump Shaker was that song, right? And then Tip Drill came along when I was in high school. But like now, I was just looking at Cardi B and Lotto that put it on the floor. I was like, God damn.
I know what you're saying. Like, damn, somebody gonna mess around and get pregnant up in this mug. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole lot of ass right here, dog.
Or suffocate themselves because people they keep putting plastic bags over their freaking heads.
What the hell is that about?
That's what because that's how
Rip me out the plastic.
Rip me out the plastic. And people are putting plastic bags over the head and ripping themselves. It's the fucking foolishness.
It's wild. I've seen people like on TikTok damn near choking die.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all ever watch Booty Call? Y'all remember the movie Booty Call?
Yes.
Y'all remember wrapped himself up in the saran wrap?
In the saran wrap.
We just old now, nigga. These are classics now. We just old as fuck now, bro.
Oh my God, now I have to go watch that video and figure out
the video because that's how the song starts. Rip me out the plastic. I'm about to. It's brand new or something like that.
Yeah.
So bro, people are literally ripping themselves out of plastic bags.
Yeah, prom pictures. All kinds of shit.
I come from.
Huh?
Oh my God!
Did you see the prom one?
I ain't see the prom one.
So
yes.
Girl, she lives in a project. And she had like a plastic type of cover, whatever you want to call it. And she had it like at the front of the door, right? But you got the burglar bar door right in front of the plastic, but the door open. And the song goes, "Rip me out the plastic," right? Homegirl comes out the plastic. And she got shoes that's about a size 15 on and a prom dress and all that stuff. It's like crazy. It's
wild. They doing crazy
stuff I ever seen. These kids, they're strange.
I'm grateful for the time that I was brought up in, to be honest.
Man, first of all, when my age group, it was offensive for anyone to come near your head with a bag because it usually meant you was just an ugly hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the brown paper bag used to be like, dudes would joke about, like, oh.
They used to say that, like, yeah, I do that, but, you know, I put a bag over her head.
Yeah, I put a bag over her head.
Like,
I mean, it was like, so how y'all really...
Now they ripping themselves out the bag.
Yeah.
Like, how has society just convinced you to be an idiot? Like,
it's like all the jokes have become TikToks now. That's all it essentially is.
Everything is for TikTok. Everything is for the views and to go viral. That's just, you know. I sound like a boomer, but these niggas don't want real jobs. They want to be an influencer. That's just what this shit is. It's sad.
I don't know. I've been on the internet. I still haven't gone viral, but I just refuse to just go down to that low place. I ain't about to make myself look like a jackass for some views.
It's cool, like, to go viral for the right things, but when you like intentionally trying to go really viral,
like if something happens like unintentionally, it's like, oh shit, it went viral. That's what's up. But to actually sit there and plan, like, what about that girl with the hair, the Gorilla Glue girl with the
oh, we torched her so bad.
Like,
oh my god,
who does that? And I mean, like, I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but
I mean, we're talking about common sense here, Tanya. Like, common sense will tell you, hey, this Gorilla Glue that can hold my bumper together on my car, I probably shouldn't put that on my head.
But they don't know that, though, because they don't read.
They are lacking.
These kids don't read, Shorty. They don't read shit. They don't know because they don't read. They don't read instructions. If it ain't a YouTube video to show them what to do, they just gonna fucking do it. These the same motherfuckers eating Tide Pods.
Or somebody.
This is the Tide Pod generation.
Reading it to them, because now everything could be like audible, and you can just press a button and it'll read you whatever it is on the screen.
Yep. You could literally be riding your bike, working out, walking. You ain't got to hold the book in your hand or nothing.
Nothing.
You can listen to it just how you listen to your music.
Yep.
The sad part is one day these motherfuckers gonna be making decisions for us. Like niggas that was out here now. 2, 3, 4 years ago eating
old and
detergent.
decrepit.
So they're
gonna be like, fuck these old motherfuckers.
And they don't care.
You know, 25 is old now. Like, you know that people are running around saying that if you're 25, like you're washed up and you're old. I'm like, so serious.
25 is washed
up.
25.
Yeah, I'm fucking ancient, bitch. God damn.
Okay, I gotta ask another question because I'm starting to get depressed here.